Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today we got another atozys video that dropped yesterday, a day ago, the moment police realized she was a soulless monster. And I was like, okay, this actually looks like a cool video to react to. Probably gonna be sad too. I don't know what this person did, but we're gonna find out. So grab some snacks, relax. I hope you guys do enjoy, and let's get right into it.
This is the moment police realized they were talking to a soulless monster, because this is Jamie, and she was a drunk driver, and she got exposed for acting like a spoiled
drunk driver, of course. I am going to say this. The US has a big problem with drunk drivers. There has to be like a law to where that you cannot drive no matter what. About like that's I think if I was the president of the United States, I would probably do a law like that. Like anyone that drank alcohol is not allowed to take the wheel. That's gonna be my thing, because that would be the only way to prevent people from driving. If they're by themselves and not with somebody that's not drinking, if they're by themselves, refuse to drink. Refuse to drink. Like, this is the only way we're gonna be able to prevent people from drunk driving. We have a big problem with that in the US, and that's like, it really does need to be like serious. Like, it's even if smoking weed and stuff like that, like you shouldn't take the wheel. Even if you think you're fine and you're able to drive, it could possibly take risks.
brat after a horrific crash that took someone's life that she caused.
I just want to get it over with and go home.
Right now we're gonna just hang
I
out.
can call my dad.
Not right now. You can, but not now.
But what did I do? Nobody has any proof of anything that I did.
Okay.
So give me the right to call my dad.
So this happened back in April of 2023 in Folly Beach, South Carolina. And if Jamie Komorowski's name sounds familiar, it's because this case was basically everywhere when this all first happened. Because that night, 34-year-old Samantha Miller had just married Eric Hutchinson. They had their whole ceremony, they had their reception, and at around...
Did she hit somebody from the couple? Oh my god. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. That is absolutely the worst thing imaginable. I could just imagine. Hold on. I believe that might be the case.
10
I don't know.
They were all riding in a street-legal golf cart home, going about 25 miles an hour, a little bit less than that, because that was the speed limit. But then, out of nowhere, comes Jamie going 65 miles an hour and wrecks into them from behind. So, as you can imagine, the golf cart flew.
God.
It rolled.
Cart was oh my god. Please don't tell me. That is fucking horrifying.
And went about 100 yards, it said, and it slung every person out of that golf cart. 3 people on the golf cart were seriously injured, and unfortunately, the bride lost her life just hours.
Oh my god. Oh, that fucking pisses me off, man. That really does. That really fucking pisses me off, man. US, do something about drinking, please. This needs to fucking stop. This is fucking horrifying, man. That is so sad. And this person just married this lady. Oh my god, I could just imagine his freaking mind right now. He's like, he ain't gonna forget about this. Just imagine being in that man's shoes. Just being like, I just married her, and now she's gone. Like, just imagine that in your head. Like, that is absolutely sad. Oh, I hope this girl does does life in
after
prison,
getting
man,
married. And
please.
Samantha, who was the bride, was still wearing her wedding dress. I mean, this is just something straight out of a horror movie, and it really just reminds you how fragile life really is. But obviously, when police got to the scene, they needed to figure out what just happened. And this brings us to this newly released body cam footage. Because Jamie was just completely overwhelmed with what she was seeing. At one point, she was looking towards the record, screaming, "Is she okay? Is she okay?"
Your name's Jamie, right? Okay, I'm Sergeant Halpern. Do you remember what happened?
I was driving and then all of a sudden something hit me and I was just...
No,
Which way were
you hit someone. You hit something, not something came out of nowhere and hit you. No. See, I'm telling you, if I was president of the United States, I would literally put a law down to where anyone, no matter if you think you're okay to drive, is not allowed to take the wheel. In every state, I would. And I know that every state has their own decisions on that, but it's just like, I will do that for Supreme Court. I'm like, you are not going to drive if you have served alcohol. If you have been served alcohol. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like that's fucking sad, man. If you're by yourself and you're gonna go to a bar and drink, like, that's already a red flag right there. That's a red flag. I don't care. Like, this is the reason why I disrespect drinking. And I hate drinking. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to do any of that because I see my brother being an addict, and not just that. I see how many deaths in the United States, in every state, where this could possibly be the biggest issue ever.
Where are you going?
I
Towards my
hate
house.
this.
Okay, where's your house?
819 Amos Court.
You have any drink tonight?
No. I had 2 drinks. 1 beer and 1 drink.
How long ago?
That would probably be about an hour. I just want
She is
to
fucking
get it over
stoned.
with and go home.
Well, you're not
Right now,
going
we're gonna
home.
just hang
I
out.
can't call my dad.
Not right now. You can. but
What's
not
your dad
now.
gonna do?
And then you have the police, which is just trying to manage this entire scene while Jamie's standing there screaming and crying. But pretty quickly, officers start asking Jamie some serious questions. Hey, were you drinking? Well, apparently. And that's where things go from just horrifying to anyone would be upset from seeing this footage. Because Jamie told police that she had a beer and a pineapple tequila drink about an hour before this crash. She also reportedly tells them that I didn't do anything wrong. And when she was asked what she
You didn't
remembers
do
happening,
anything wrong.
her version was
You
basically that
literally crashed into someone, and you're saying you didn't do anything wrong. She probably can't eat. She's probably so fucking like drunk. She's drunk enough to probably she doesn't even understand what the fuck just happened. Like, according to what he thinks, I really think that she's gonna realize she fucked up.
she was
I had to
driving,
go
and then
use the
suddenly
bathroom.
someone hit her out of nowhere. And I don't know about you, but that's a pretty wild way to describe driving drunk going 65 miles an hour in a 25. And at this point, police still need to determine if Jamie was impaired or not. And at this point, Jamie makes that process as painful and hard as possible. And this is where we really start to see how intoxicated Jamie really is. Because police ask her to take field sobriety tests, but Jamie refuses. She also refuses to take a breath
What a
test. And when an
spoiled-
officer asked her to rate how impaired she feels on a scale from 1 to 10, Jamie responds, I would like a lawyer right now, please, honestly. Obviously, she does have every right in the world to do that. But then police say that she's being arrested for a DUI. And that's where things start to flip, because her response is, how do you know? Ma'am, you just admitted to drinking and you wrecked into a golf cart sending it 100 yards, going 40 miles an hour over the speed limit. It's pretty clear you were drinking. So I think maybe they just had a few clues. But Jamie seems to be genuinely confused about why she was being arrested. And then her attention turns to something
Yeah,
that is
she is
apparently
so
very
buzzed.
important.
Yeah,
she
she's so
needs
drunk.
to call her dad. So Jamie reportedly asks officers
She's
over
drunk,
and over
she
again
doesn't
if she can call
understand.
him. And when they tell her that she can't do that right now, she starts arguing. And at one point, police even tell her, please just put your feet inside of the vehicle, but she just keeps on arguing. She just wants to know, why can't she call her dad? Why is she being arrested? As if it's not very obvious. And obviously, remember what's happening around her.
And all that time where she's asking, what is dad going to do? I don't know. I can't tell you.
her as all this is going
I
down.
cannot
A
be a
literal
cop.
horror scene. The dude's worst nightmare. Imagine having your best night of your life, and out of nowhere, some selfish woman who couldn't get a simple Uber almost you and the love of your life. I can't even imagine the nightmare he's currently going through. Meanwhile, she's acting like a spoiled brat.
It's really, really sad. Like, I really feel bad for the guy. And I'm pretty sure that guy is going to probably sue the lady. Is probably going to sue the lady, probably, because, like, just imagine how, like, you just married someone and you're going to your wedding and you're dancing, you're happy. I mean, like, when I mean, like, I don't know about the dancing. I don't know if they even did their first dance or not, but I personally, wouldn't even want to dance at my wedding if I ever had one. But it's like, just imagine that. Just imagine you just married someone. You are at your wedding and someone just destroyed your whole life. You destroyed your wife. Like, someone you just married, or even in the wife standard. Imagine just marrying your husband and you just died. Mm. As in, like, oh my god, I feel so heartbroken. Oh my god, that's so fucking sad, man. That is so fucking sad. Oh my god, man. I can't process that in my head. I would be so infuriated. I really would. I can't say it on YouTube.
Here. Like, you have Samantha over here laying on the ground in her wedding dress, and Jamie is mad and upset because she can't call her daddy. Like, are you serious? But eventually, officers finally take her away from the scene. But the tantrum does absolutely not end in the back of the police car, and somehow things just get even more obnoxious. But then, Jamie gets to the police station, and she makes it very clear that she doesn't want to be there. Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you decided to drive drunk. Do you know what is so much cheaper than taking someone's life and spending years behind bars? Getting an Uber. But regardless, at first, she doesn't want to sit down. Then she starts crying and saying, I just want to get it over with. I just want to go home.
Yeah, but the only problem with if you're driving by yourself, and if you call an Uber, how are you gonna get home? How is the car gonna get back home? That's the problem. That's where I'm at, where I'm like, I get what he's saying, and I'm like, I think that's the proper way to do it, is take an Uber and go home. But who's gonna get the car and bring it home? This is what happens. And, like, I just don't understand people who drink, because it's just like, you get drunk and things just go very bad. People get drunk enough to where that they don't even know what the fuck they're doing when they're drunk. And that is just, it's not okay. I feel like there needs to be like a new law to where that you can't go to a bar by yourself if you're gonna drink. If you're gonna drink at a bar and you're by yourself, you should get refused to get any alcohol. Like, I'm literally serious. I'm literally serious. If you're a friend, if you are a friend that's going there, I wouldn't want, if I'm trying to, oh my god, how should I put it? If I would, well, not me, but if you had two people going to a bar, if they're both drinking, then you're not allowed to go home. Basically, you can't drive home. I feel like you need to have somebody with you that is not going to drink, or not even allowed to drink, because you need to be able to go home safely. Like that kind of feeling. I feel like if you had someone with you that's not going to drink, and if they decide to drink, well, you can't.
home. Okay,
It
again,
just, I
should
need
have
to
thought
do
about that before you drunk drove. And then, once again, she just wanted to call her dad. And then she started saying that they had no right to arrest her and they hadn't proved anything, as if she wasn't just pulled out of a wreckage. And then, obviously, I don't need to re-describe how horrific the scene was. And at some point, an officer just gets really tired of her attitude and goes, hey, you're an adult and you're crying on camera. And that really sets her off. Because that's when Jamie actually notices, oh wait, there's cameras in this room. So that's when she decides to address them directly.
Oh, hi, camera. Yeah, I'm crying because he's not letting me call my father, even though they haven't proven and don't have any right for me not to be able to contact my family or anyone that I want to. So yeah, hello, I'm crying and ooh, I'm being just a little baby.
Jamie, for once tonight, we agree. She's acting like a child. I mean, this woman is 25 years old and she's throwing a full-blown temper tantrum because she can't call her daddy. This is so bad, especially after everything that she did. But eventually, the police would get something that Jamie really didn't want them to have. Her blood alcohol level. Because that number makes everything so much more ridiculous. Because when Jamie refused to give the police a breath sample, she was taken to the Medical University in South Carolina, where her blood was drawn. And when the results came back, she tested at a 0.261. Yeah, the legal limit in South Carolina is 0.08. So she's over 3 times.
Okay. Oh, that's a big gap right there. That's a lot. That's really a lot. Well, yeah.
The legal drinking limit at the time of testing. And that gives a little bit more perspective to the how you even know conversation that we're having earlier. And police also determined that that night she was going about 65 miles an hour on a road where the speed limit was 25 miles an hour. And then there's another detail from that night that just didn't make sense whatsoever, because Jamie apparently told an officer that she was on her way home, but she was driving the opposite direction of her home. So maybe in her head she was thinking she was going home, but I guess she was just...
Whoa. So, yeah, she's probably so drunk to where that she doesn't even know where the fuck she's going. She might have actually said that she's going home because the cops are there, but the thing is, she probably was gonna go to another bar. I have that feeling in my head that she probably she wanted to go to another bar and drink more.
Too intoxicated to drive home. So at this point in time, we have someone who's over 3 times the blood alcohol limit to be able to drive, and then she's going the wrong way, claiming that she's going home, and she's going 40 miles an hour over the speed limit, and then on top of everything, she doesn't even see the golf cart and slams into them. So yeah, it obviously gets a whole lot worse when all the signs are pointing that she was actually going to another bar. I mean, she was going everywhere that night except for home and driving herself.
Komorowski began bar hopping along Folly Beach around 7:50, where security footage shows her arriving at the drop-in bar. Video shows Komorowski taking shots and drinking with a table of other people. Receipts show Komorowski purchased 2 tequila sodas, a beer, and a drink at the drop-in. Next, Komorowski stopped at Snapper Jack's, where receipts show that she bought a vodka drink before her final stop at the Crab Shack with a tequila drink purchase. Komorowski then drove in the opposite direction of her home, heading east on East Ashley Avenue and traveling around 40 miles over the speed limit.
So it's safe to say, I mean, the consequences of her actions are awful. I mean, I can't believe that she literally destroyed a family. She destroyed an entire family that night because she couldn't call for...
I'll be so fucking pissed off at that lady. I would like to sue. I would sue for I would sue for a lot of money.
...a rideshare app. What a pathetic brat. So the husband here, Arik Hutchinson, he suffered from a brain injury and broke numerous bones and also needed multiple reconstructive surgeries. 2 relatives were also riding with them in the golf cart, and they also were injured. And then, of course, Samantha was gone just hours after marrying Arik. His mother later described what happened at the hospital in a GoFundMe, saying that I was handed Arik's wedding ring in a plastic bag at the hospital 5 hours after Sam placed it on his finger and they read each other their vow.
That is so fucking sad, man. Like, my heart will be completely sunk. That would probably destroy me to where that I probably wouldn't, that was like think of it like, if you lost somebody literally on that day, probably you will be like, I don't even know if I can find some. I probably wouldn't even want to date anyone else.
Arik has lost the love of his life.
Dude, this is heavy. I am so sorry.
And I guess if you're watching Jamie in this new released footage and thinking, okay, maybe she hasn't processed what really happened, I mean, I can kind of understand that argument, because obviously she was extremely intoxicated. The crash had just happened, but then the jailhouse phone call started. And by the time those calls happened, Jamie had had plenty of time to process what happened and sober up, because Jamie was, for the most part, seemingly only worried about herself. So 2 days after the crash, Jamie was on the phone with her dad from jail. So I guess she finally got to talk to her dad. And at this point,
Yeah,
she
all
knew
that
that
crying.
Samantha did not survive, and she also knew that Arik and others had been seriously injured. And she also knew that she was facing some extremely serious charges here. But according to Jamie, she can't believe this is her life, and she's asking, why me?
I just don't know why this had to happen to me. I don't want to go to prison for 15
I mean,
years.
if it was my daughter or my son that hurt, that literally just destroyed a family from drinking, I'll be so infuriated. I'm like, I'm not even gonna bail you out. I'm not gonna, if there was a bail, I'm not bailing. I'm not bailing, and not just bailing. I'm like, I hope you understand that you are, this took a record on our family. I'll be so pissed off at I probably would literally disown. And that's hard. And that's hard. I would, if I had a child, like my son or my daughter, freaking destroyed a family, I would never look at them the same. I literally wouldn't look at them the same with a smile or nothing. I wouldn't look at them the same.
All of this is done, and I can just be happy. That just like makes me scared that the media is so involved in it. Why are they so involved in it? Like,
because it sells newspapers. That's why, baby.
but that's not gonna help me. Like, oh my God, it's gonna be so bad when I get out. Everybody's gonna be so mean to me.
And how are you? How are you?
Well, too bad. Yeah. I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame everyone being so mad at you because you literally just destroyed a family. I would be infuriated if it was my baby just got destroyed. I would literally be so
What you doing,
infuriated.
baby?
I'm so
I hope. Okay, here's the thing. Oh, wait. I just thought about it. Is the person that's alive that lost the wife, wouldn't it consider to be like, okay, are y'all still part of the fam? Y'all they probably welcomed him in the family, even though like I would be upset.
And remorse. I wish I knew if I was gonna get a bond or not.
I don't know. Why did you do that? Like, were you hoping to win the drunk driving lottery here? Is that what was going on? And the grand prize there is absolutely nothing? I'm just so dumbfounded. It's like, the thing
I
is
hate
with drunk
drinking,
driving,
man.
especially if you take someone's life while drunk driving, that should be pretty premeditated. You are actively driving yourself to a location to drink, and then after drinking, you are then actively getting in your car and driving. You are very aware that you are drunk driving. But in another jail call released in 2023, Jamie reportedly tells her dad, "I'm just scared, Dad. I don't want to go away for so long. I don't want to go to prison for 15 years. I don't think I'm a threat to society at all, and I am not." And then she says, "I still just don't know why this had to happen to me." I mean, again,
I'm saying this, if you are a person who is has a drinking problem and you are going to make your way to your vehicle and drive home or wherever you're gonna go, I think you are a danger to society. I think you are. Because no matter if you think you're okay or not, I still think that there needs to be a law to where that you cannot drive while, even if you think you're okay to drive home. I think that's the only way to prevent drunk driving.
Did this to yourself. You did this to this family. I'm like kind of dumbfounded that she doesn't understand this. And also, like, I understand wanting to comfort your daughter when she's facing something horrible, but like, this wasn't some like random bad thing that happened to Jamie. No, she very much so did this to herself. Again, she made the decision to drive to wherever she decided to drink. She made the decision to drink, and then she made the decision to get back into her car and drive to wherever else. And again, according to investigators, she drove 65 miles an hour down a road with a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. If anything, the person that should be asking, why me, is Arik here, because he had zero control of that. When you get on a public road in the US, you have a certain amount of trust that the person driving on the road with you isn't completely drunk and won't just kill you. And I mean, that's your civic duty as a driver. If you're driving, you can't be distracted and you can't be drunk. You would think that would be easy, but apparently not, because we have way too many drunk driving accidents in the US. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, it happens around the world, but it seems it really happens often in the US. But finally, in December 2024, Jamie pleaded guilty to felony DUI resulting in a death, 2 counts of felony DUI causing great bodily injury, and reckless homicide. And at her sentencing hearing, Eric Hutchinson got to tell the court what his life had looked like since that night. And remember, Eric didn't just lose Samantha, he survived the crash himself with a brain injury, numerous broken bones, and injuries that required multiple surgeries. And he told the court that he still thinks about that night every single night.
On the golf cart.
That's so fucking sad, man.
She told me she didn't want the night to end. And I
That is
kissed her on
so
the
fucking
forehead.
sad, man.
And then the next thing I remember is waking up in the hospital.
I hope that the person that he was marrying. Oh, I don't even know what the fuck just happened. What happened? Oh, I skipped. Okay, that was my bad. I hope that the person that he was marrying, even though she's gone, I'm hoping that the family of the wife still accepts him in the family. Because it will be heartbreaking that you just married someone and the wife got lost her life, and they're like, unfortunately you are not part of our family, thinking, and that would probably break his heart. I'm like I would be upset. I bet you 100% that he is still part of their family. He's probably invited.
I see my mom's face, still wearing the wedding dress from the night before. And I knew instantly. That's why I asked for Sam. I knew she wasn't there.
So while Jamie spent all of those jail calls wondering how many years she was going to get, Arik was sitting there realizing that his entire life had just been ripped away from him. And Samantha's family spoke as well. Her father, Brad Warner, made it pretty clear that he was not interested in hearing any apology. He told Jamie, the rest of my life, I'm going to hate you. And when I arrive
what
in
did
hell...
he say? What was that?
Brad Warner made it pretty clear, realizing that his entire life had just been ripped away from him. And Samantha's family spoke as well. Her father, Brad Warner...
Samantha's family. Okay, so that might be the wife.
Made it pretty clear that he was not interested in hearing any apology. He told Jamie, the rest of my life, I'm going to hate you. And when I arrive in hell, and you come there, I will open the front door for you. And when it was finally Jamie's turn to speak, she sounded very different from the woman in that police station that night. She told the court that she had realized that she was addicted to alcohol and admitted that she had ignored how her actions could affect other people. She said she is ashamed and is sorry. She also said that she wanted to spend her life helping people struggling with addiction and warning others about drinking and driving. And the judge ultimately handed Jamie the maximum sentence of the most serious charge, 25 25 years in prison. And that 25 years in prison is actually a little bit more complicated than what it first sounds, because Jamie received 25 years for felony DUI resulting in death. She also received 15 years for each of the 2 felony DUI charges involving great bodily injury, and 10 years for a reckless homicide. But all those sentences kind of get served at the same time, so she gets a maximum of 25 years. And almost immediately, her attorneys try to get that number reduced, because just days after—
No. That's fine. 25 years? No, why do we need to have lawyers be like, can we get that number reduced? It's a little too cruel. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. 25 years, perfect. It should be more, actually. I'll be wishing for it to be more, but it's perfect. Perfect. And I'm gonna say it's perfect. 25 years, bye-bye. And I hope when you get out, I hope you don't drink fucking again.
the sentencing, they asked the judge to reconsider, arguing that Jamie's punishment was harsher than sentences handed down to some similar DUI cases. But as of August 2026, when I'm recording this video, that sentence has not changed. So records now show that she is not eligible for parole, and her expected release date is April 24th, 2045. And on top of that, there's also an entirely separate fight happening in civil court, because Arik sued Jamie and several businesses connected to the alcohol that she consumed that night. The lawsuit included Folly Beach bars like the Crab Shack, the Drop-In Bar, and Deli and Snapper Jacks. Apparently, Taco Boy, where Jamie had been employed, was also initially involved in the lawsuit, but was later dropped from the case. So by December 2025, the final settlement had been approved, and Jamie's insurance provider agreed to pay $160,000, while settlements involving the bars totaled more than $863,000. But obviously, none of that money will get his health back. So just that one moment of Jamie getting into the car drunk destroyed her life and multiple other families' lives. But legally, I guess between the guilty plea, the prison sentence, and the civil settlements, this case was basically settled until August of 2026, this month. Because more than 3 years after that night, police footage that the public had never seen before was just released. And suddenly, everyone was watching Jamie sitting in that police station yet again. Except everyone knows what she did here, so it was just even more infuriating to sit and watch her go, nobody has any proof of anything that I did.
Why don't to call me?
What a spoiled fucking bitch, man. What a spoiled fucking brat. I hate women who act like this. Like, women, like, there's categories of women of certain levels, but if you're just, I get that she's drunk and she doesn't understand anything. Like, she doesn't even understand what she's doing at the moment. That's just her. That's just her just drunk. But I'm still, you don't know. There's some women who just absolutely get what they deserve.
Really? I want to call my dad.
I want to call my dad. What's your dad gonna fucking do? Little spoiled brat. What's your dad gonna do? Daddy can't do anything for you. Hopefully in 2045, she will see this video and just clown. I'm just gonna laugh at her, and hopefully she gets all the hate she needs. She's gonna get all the hate, and I don't blame the family for hating her.
Anything. So give me a phone so I can call my dad.
Yeah, it hit differently, which is why this story went even more viral just this month. And believe it or not, the clips that are going viral are really only a small part of this footage. And as the night continues, Jamie apparently started rambling. According to NJ.com, she goes on tangents about her background, her genetics, her pets, and even her favorite foods, all while repeatedly saying that she just wants to leave and complaining that she can't call her dad. The part that's really sticking with me is even after she sobered up, she's still sitting there like, I can't believe this happened to me. You did this to yourself, and you did this to that family. There were multiple people that night that had something unimaginable happen to them, and it wasn't Jamie. So please, take this video as just a massive PSA. Do not drink and drive.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Not that video.
This
I
is
don't
the
know what that video is, but I'm just gonna say uh-oh. Um, yeah, what a fucking nasty, horrible person that is. Just ruined basically an entire family just because you want to drink. I'm going to say this. I will never look. I have friends that drink. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have friends that drink. But I'm pretty sure they're not this fucking stupid. They're not this fucking stupid. I really hope people can look at this video, not just my video and my takes, but atozys video to understand that drinking and driving really does cause problems. I don't care what anyone says. The people who act like, oh, I'm fine. I'm drinking even drinking under the legal limit. I still feel like if you're going to take the wheel, I'm still not going to like that idea because it shows that there's a permanent scar in the US that basically, like, drinking and driving in the US is a very big problem. Almost every day there's somebody that has drank and drive, and probably in a different state where you are, there's probably someone who has lost their life because of a drunk driver. So many wrecks have happened because of drinking and driving. So many things have happened because of that. Because they got their hands on alcohol. My brother is an alcoholic. He drinks, but I'm not sure if he drinks and drives. But from the way how I see people drunk, it really does piss me off that they decide to take the wheel and drive wherever they need to go. It is not okay, and I really think a law should be put in place to where that you are not allowed to drive at all when you just drunk some alcohol. I don't care. In my opinion, I think that will save people from these cases. And if I was the president, I would literally do that. It really does show how bad things can go when you are drinking and driving. And even on top of what I said about there should be a new law, to where that also add to the fact that if you are by yourself and you're going to a bar to drink, I feel like you shouldn't even be allowed to be served alcohol, because that could lead to multiple different tragedies. I really think that if you are going by yourself and you want to drink, you should be refused alcohol. You should be refused. Be like, okay, well, drinking and driving is gone way too much. We're refusing alcohol for you. I really think that would really help with some of the cases in drinking and driving. But not only just that, I really do feel like that even if you're a friend, you should have a friend that's not going to drink. So they can drive you home, or you could call an Uber. You should literally call an Uber. It's that fucking simple. But that's just my message on. I do have friends that do drink, but I'm pretty sure they are not that fucking stupid to drive while they're drinking, while they have drunk some alcohol. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I really do feel bad for the man that lost his bride because of this pathetic being right here. What a monster. What a monster. I'm gonna leave a like on this. 18K for a. This was posted a day ago. So this tragedy happened 3 years ago. And now, or 2 years or 3 years, and now we just had something about it in 2026. So that's why this video was there. But I never heard about this case. This is really sad. And I really hope that she learns her lesson when she gets released in 2045. I hope you guys did enjoy it again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.